Been in a college game now back for a couple of years now. So when you turn on that high school film and you're looking for guys that fit what you want to do, take me to those characteristics. What attributes are you looking for in a defensive lineman?
Well, first thing I look for is effort. I want to see kids that are going to play hard. I want to see kids that have athletic ability, can change, can redirect, can do those kind of things. I want to see kids that can bend. I think flexibility is, I felt the same way when I was a pro coach. I think it's probably one of the most underrated characteristics for a defensive lineman that there is. So I want to see flexibility, athletic ability. I want to see tremendous effort. And then if probably, that's the first block, and then the next thing, if a kid kind of understands what he's doing, if he does have a skill set and some tools, looks like he's been coached, that kind of thing. I mean, that might be the next thing that I gravitate to. And you're probably hearing, or not hearing production, and that's because, when I'm looking at the highlights, they're highlights. So, you're seeing nothing but production.
Right.
Some of the times they're making plays because they're not being blocked. Sometimes they're making plays because they're, going against guys that look like my daughter out there on film. So the production part, I take that with a grain of salt. For guys that I find interestingly enough, I will go back and look at game tape, and now I want to see how many plays they make on game tape and that kind of stuff. And when I do that, that's when the production factor may add in. But normally, I can gain a lot of information, in terms of those top 3 or 4 qualities that I'm looking for without always having to do that. Although I do that a lot.
I know at the end you're looking for length a lot of times to get guys that can get out there with a good wingspan and keep people off of them. Is there a matrix for measurables where you say, hey, this guy's definitely a 3-tech or a 1-tech, or okay? How do you evaluate that?
Just looking at how they play, and then when they walk up, and when I see them when they come in on junior day, or when I go to their high school and see them, just look at their bodies. One thing that I've gotten away from a long time ago are the measurables, because having spent 19 years in the NFL, I learned that there's a lot of different guys that look a lot of different ways that affect the game in a very positive way from a defensive standpoint, that would not have fit the matrix that the NFL has, or certainly matrix that I may have in my head.